Hey guys, welcome back to Economics and Comics. So, are comic books dying? Okay? So, I ran a test, a Halloween test. Okay? I'm going to give you some information here, and you guys can judge, and I'm going to sum it all up and give you my ideas and answers right now. Okay? So, what I did was, initially I set up a camera to get the kids' reactions into my test. When they would come to the door, I'd ring the doorbell, and I'd have my little Batman hat on or whatever. And there's a lot of things came from this that I didn't think about before, and I want them to bring them to your attention. So, it was a slow night. It was really slow. Last year we had like 60 kids. This year we had 16 kids. So this is what I had. I had candy or a comic, okay? So I asked them. I said, do you want candy or a comic book? Okay? So, it was very interesting. So out of 16, I had 4 that said they want the comic book. 4. So that's 25%. Okay, let's get that out of the way now. And let me expand. Listen to what I'm saying, because it's very interesting. And this is a hot topic. It's interesting. Now keep in mind, these are kids. Okay, so, and I'll get to that too. 68% of them, which was 11, said they just wanted candy. And believe me, I get it. It's Halloween. And you know what? If I'm trick-or-treating, I'll be honest. I love comic books, but when I was that age, I would have said candy, you idiot. You know? This isn't free comic book day. This is Halloween, dude. That's what I would have told. But, you know, whatever. And then I did another little test, okay? After whatever they chose, if they chose a comic book, I said, great, here's your comic book, now take some candy. And if they chose candy, I said, oh, that's great, here, take a comic too. Because it's not only the point of testing this, but it's getting people involved, getting kids involved, showing them comic books. Even if they didn't want it, they'll take it home while they're eating their candy. They're going to flip through this little thing, and they might like it, you know? So what I thought was okay, and then here's one other thing. 6%, which was one kid, when I said, here, take this comic after they took the candy, said, no, I don't want it. So one kid out of 16 said, regardless, I don't want the comic. Fine, whatever, that's cool. I get it, you know, you have to like figure this out. These are little kids. So and I'm going to talk about some more really quick, and I hope this interests you. On the last page of this comic book, it says, inspire the next generation of heroes to be worthy. And it's a free comic book day ad, and it was from earlier this year. I don't know why it's in here. But it made a point that I think was very interesting. It's our jobs to get comic books into kids' hands. I mean, it's not, you don't have to go to it. I'm not saying it's our jobs, but, but it makes a good point in it, you know? So if a parent is reading this to the kid, because most likely the kid's going to want to look at the pictures while the parent reads it to them, you know? They get to the last page and they see that and they think about it. And I think that's brilliant, okay? So, regardless, I gave every kid a comic, except the one that didn't want it, you know? But a couple of things I noticed, okay? First of all, I saw 6 Batmans out of 16 kids, and most of them were girls. 1 girl was Batgirl, and 5 boys were Batman. So every time they saw me, they thought I was the real Batman. And I'm like, no, you're Batman. It was really cool. So that's the first thing. Regardless if they took a comic or not, they were dressed as superheroes, guys. So these are children. Of course they're going to dress like superheroes. I mean, I did see a death, and I saw some princesses and whatever. But I thought that was really interesting because they, even if they're not reading comic books, they're influenced by comic books in the movies. Now, some people say the movies draw children away from comics. And honestly, I don't think it's true. I don't really have any statistics for you, but I don't think it's true. Kids want to be superheroes, you know? I know there's a lot of adult comics out there that make us think, you know, they're for us, you know, the adult comics, you know? But for kids, they love superheroes. Let me tell you, those Avengers movies, Iron Man, Guardians, Ant-Man, kids love that stuff. And you know what? I'm 43 years old, guys. Yeah, I'm old, okay? Whatever. But I love comic book movies. I don't care. Even if they suck. Actually, if they suck, I get pretty pissed. Anyway, I was looking at something else. Statistically, people, 13-year-olds to 29-year-olds, now, in our time now, it's a digital world. We have to accept it. People are going to be buying comic books on phones. They're not going to be going into local comic book stores. Okay? From those age groups, from 13 to 29. I didn't see any 13-year-olds today, but they're all kids. So regardless, they're going to be buying digital. Another statistic that I found was that 30 to 50-year-olds go to local comic book stores. So 13 to 29 are digital. 30 to 50-year-olds go to comic stores. Now, I do work at a comic store every couple, days a week. And it's real. Most people that come in, and the big spenders, are older gentlemen, they're mature adults. And that's fine. But my thought about this is, children like the movies. I mean, it's just like all of us. Think about it, guys. When was your first comic book? Really, when was your first comic book? I think my first comic book was about 9 or 10. And of course, we didn't have the digital stuff we have now. But the point is, it grows on you. You don't just have a comic book when you're 2 years old. I don't care who you know you don't. Maybe some laughy, funny stuff or something like that. And now, think about it, most kids have a phone probably around 13. I mean, I know my damn kids had it earlier and it was a mistake and they're like this all the time. Well, I don't even have my phone filming with my phone right now, but they're like this all the time. Hey, can we do, put the phone down. Oh, God, forget about it. When I was my age, I had a phone in my room. I got my own landline. I thought it was the coolest thing. Oh, yeah, good girls call me, hey, what's up? Dude, if I got grounded, they took the phone. You get grounded kid right now from their phone, dude, all hell will break loose. I'm getting off topic, but my point is, kids, they have access to the phone. They can get it on their phone now. I'm sure the parents are buying them certain things so they can do that. But they'll come to it. They have advantages now that we didn't have. But eventually, they're going to want to see the paper. And, I mean, the stats show 30 to 50-year-olds are the ones going to the comic book stores anyway. Yes, there are younger people. But that's all about percentages. Like I said, 25% of the 16, 4 kids out of the 16 wanted the comic book. They didn't care about candy. And that made me happy. Because you got to really think about it. I think that we ourselves are a certain minority or whatever. We're comic book lovers. Okay? We are. But 75% of the world right now in our life probably aren't. A lot of people think we're nerds or we think there are different things. There's jocks. I was a jock when I was younger. But I'm just saying, like, I had the love for comics. You know what I mean? So, to sum it all up, well, I'm going to sum it up in a minute. So, again, 16 kids, 4 wanted comics, 11 wanted candy, 1, I gave them all the comic book. That's our duty. If you love comics and you want other kids or people to enjoy comics, introduce them to them. Share my video with people. Look, this guy's doing comic book reviews. He's out there. We're having fun. We love this stuff. If you like the movie, check out this comic book. You want to know where he started, where Thor came from originally, or where Batman's. You want to know more about Robin? Look at these comics. And I know you guys share it with your children if you have children. But the point is, my summation is no. Comic books are not dying. I don't care what anyone says. Not just because of this stupid Halloween test I did. It was very interesting and I enjoyed doing it. It was fun. But I think the percentages are still the same. I mean, really think about it. I remember when I was in junior high, or was it junior high? I was collecting comics. You know, we were like 5%. No one did. I mean, you guys did. I'm sure you did. But, you know, you didn't talk about it. You know, nowadays I could care less. I'm an adult now. I don't give a crap. But I don't think comic books are dead. I think times are changing, of course. It's digital. But people will move into comics if they're getting them digitally. They like the movies. They will advance to actual paper. And that goes with your age. The older you get, the more you want to go search out these things, the key books. You're a collector. It also depends on people's, are you a collector or not? Because I think most of us comic book people are maybe obsessive compulsive, I don't know. You know, you got comic books you have an order. There's a way you do them. There's a way you put them in order. You collect them. We're collectors. Everyone collects something. And there's a certain percentage of people that collect comics. You see? So some people collect coins. Some people collect stuffed animals, with dead animals. They stuff them all and they're all over, you know, moose's head all around you. You know, some people are hunters. Some, you know, whatever. I think comic books are not dying. I do think that the comic book companies could maybe shorten stuff up a little bit, save a little money. Don't put yourself out of business because we can't buy them all. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But that's my conclusion. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a fun test. Get the word out there. Comics are still alive and well. People still want them. The percentages are probably the same. And I do think the movies are actually helping. When we were younger, we didn't have all that stuff. I mean, we had one movie like every 5 years. Batman came out. You're like, damn, Batman. The first Batman, I was like, oh my God. Remember Superman, Christopher Reeve? That was bomb. You know, there weren't a lot. But now they're everything. So I think that can only help. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please share. Please subscribe. Have your family subscribe. Anybody you want. Just tell everybody, let's go. Let's pick this up. I'm ready to really dive into this. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And we'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.